He hails from Atlantic City, New Jersey. He is the wild card. He is also the 2015 Elite Pro Wrestling Alliance Grand Prix Tournament Champion, Eddie Page.
That's a very notable accolade, but the fact is BODIE Williams is the very first Elite Pro Grand Prix champion. So,
looks like Eddie Page got something to say.
Right here, right now, you guys are very, very lucky. Because you're going to get to watch me finally become the rightful #1 contender. I mean, you know, I beat BODIE already. He had to use other people to beat me. But here tonight, right in front of all you jokers, I'm going to be here once and for all. You know what? I don't need to talk to
these fans not agreeing with the... And basically, once you slip through the arrogance, Eddie Page is saying here tonight we're going to establish the #1 contender once and for all. These guys have been trading victories back and forth. Both very vocal about wanting that championship match against Leslie Leatherman. And here tonight, hopefully, this is the odd man. This is the rubber match, if you will. And here we go, BODIE Williams about to enter the ring.
Always a fan favorite here, and for good reason. The guy's built like a brick house. The guy has the skills of a wrestler half his size. There's nothing that this guy can't do.
BODIE Williams in possibly the best shape we've ever seen him in.
I mean, if that were possible. Guy is one of the most well-conditioned athletes I've ever seen in my entire life. I mean, the guy was like he was carved out of marble.
Absolutely, and the fact is, very rarely, probably not since Flex Phenom, has we seen somebody apparently chiseled out of granite and be as athletic as he is. The man has springs in his feet. To see him do that splash off the top rope or those impressive standing drop kicks, I mean,
so much height.
So athletic for a guy his size. It's just, it's such a rare commodity.
Like I said, there's nothing that he can't do. If you want to match power for power, he's got it. You want to go speed for speed, hold for hold, he's got that too. How do you beat a guy? How do you beat a guy like this?
Absolutely. I mean, and just like we said about Jason Raditz earlier, I mean, there's so many guys here at Elite Pro that have so many tools in their toolbox. It makes for some unbelievable matchups.
And what does it say about Eddie Page that he's had so many competitive matches and even has a W?
Absolutely, and Eddie Page's big gripe here with BODIE Williams and the fact that he's still in the picture for #1 contender is that they have paralleled their elite careers with the accolades they've earned within Elite Pro, but Eddie Page has only been here for a few years. BODIE Williams was in the very first match ever in Elite Pro back in 2009. He basically, in a nutshell, he's saying, I accomplished what you did in a matter of 2.5 years, what it took you 7 years to do.
And you know, he has a point.
That's true. I mean, you can't argue that fact. That's for sure. But BODIE Williams is like, you know what, I've been a staple in this company since day one. Eddie Page has definitely cut up, too. He said that cardio was the thing he never had to struggle with. But with that extra body weight, whenever he was a little more powerful, he felt, I can shave some weight off, some body mass, still be as strong, not lose any strength, but gain a little bit of quickness. And I think that's what he's going to use here as a key against BODIE's size.
With him and being in better condition, I've seen a straight-up direct change in his wrestling.
Absolutely. You can see the quickness, the transitions. I mean, you could see Eddie Page's veins on his arms have muscles. Hard lock up here.
Hard elbow lock up here. Look at that.
It's a tight lock up here. You can see the frustration between the two. They didn't go for that traditional collar and elbow tie-up, Greco-Roman style. They went forehead to forehead like they were grinding teeth at each other.
Like two mountain rams going
Absolutely.
at it. You can always count on a physical match from these two guys.
And BODIE Williams has been a highlight reel his whole career, and Eddie Page has such an arrogance to his own abilities. I think both of these guys have that ego that you need to be successful and saying, you know what, you're not better than me.
It's a matter of pride, It's just like when you and I used to go up and down the road together, we always wanted to outdo the other. We wanted to have the match of the night. I think what you're seeing here is a rivalry along those same lines.
Absolutely. And then, boy, I'll tell you what, that was a big humiliation thing. Nice waistlock takedown, very technically sound, and then chose to give a little smack to the derriere of BODIE and walk across him. He literally walked on him.
I think he's trying to send a message there that, hey, listen, I'm here. Nice duck under there. Nice takedown. There we go. With authority from Bodie Williams. Nice fold over. There we go. A little bit of his own.
His own brand of humiliation there, and it's just showing you how evenly matched these two guys are.
Eddie Page needs a little time out here.
Shrugging it off a bit, never hurts. We've all been there. Sometimes you just need to regroup, get your faculties back together.
Oh, look at this, inviting him back into the ring. Has anybody ever taken anybody up on that?
I don't know. I've never, and nobody I've ever offered it to ever took me up either. So,
Well, that's because usually, in your case, there's usually a kendo stick in your hand.
well, that's very, very possible. Tell you what now here, I mean, Eddie Page has always been cerebral in his attacks. So Bodie Williams has always been this hit the ring and go at it, 100 miles an hour. And
Eddie Page, very cerebral wrestler. You're not going to outsmart Eddie Page too often.
Well, and at that pace where he's picking his moment. Here we go.
Boom!
There's
Wow!
that big shoulder tackle.
You don't want to go there with him. I'll tell you that much.
There's that speed and quickness Page was working on.
Blocks the hip toss. Goes for it again. And up and over he goes.
There's
Holds the
that
mat.
power. Eddie Page almost took maybe that half step backwards in momentum, and then he almost kind of tipped his hand, so to speak, as a wild card on that hip toss, allowed Bodie Williams to see it maybe develop one step quicker than he wanted him to, and was able to reverse it.
Eddie and Shaq here with a history of back injuries also. So I'm pretty confident you're not going to want to take too many of those from a guy as powerful as Bodie Williams.
Absolutely, absolutely. Try to keep the sciatic injury that he had in 2015 off the radar as much as he could, but was cleared 100% at the turn of the year, and here we go.
Oh, look at that. There we go.
Big shoulder
Top of his own.
tap. There's an answer for Bodie Williams.
Who thought we'd see that, huh? Uh-oh. Eddie Page looked to... Oh, wow. On the second time, he nailed him.
Beautiful, and that's the standing drop kick that I had spoke of earlier. The last thing Eddie Page thought he was going to do right there after making him what he felt looked foolish on missing the leapfrog there was to come right back up with the drop kick. Beautifully executed. Eddie Page now misting himself on the floor.
Well, he's got to cool down a bit, Here we go. Eddie Page taking his time, working the crowd a little bit. Slap to the face. Wow.
I'll tell you what, man, Eddie Page has been notorious for those palm thrusts like that, kind of Japanese style open hand strikes.
There we go. Gorilla beatdown on the canvas there. Smart move, trying to keep that man on the ground. Take away his wheels, take away his explosion, take away his base of power. Good idea. And, of course, a little forearm to the throat never hurts anybody.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Wow. Just slap him around. And again. Whoa. Double stomp in the corner. Wow.
That head right on the bottom turnbuckle there, that could have torqued that neck.
Wow. Kicks out. How tough is Bodie Williams right now? Eddie Williams taking his time here. Picking his spot, if you will. All right, trip to the rope there. Oh, big knee to the face. Oh,
a
massive
beautiful neck breaker.
Beautiful. And 1, 2. Oh, he kicks out. Not enough. Eddie Williams slows down considerably after that neck breaker. What's he asking the referee for help? What's going on? I'm pretty confident. Oh, wait a second. Wow. Low blow when the ref wasn't looking. Beautiful. A couple of hard stomps to the chest area there. Looks like Eddie Page up and a hard knee.
Big
wow.
knee, big knee.
1, 2, and he couldn't get him. There we go. Slow it down a bit. Beautiful chin lock. Going to try to take the air away from Bodie Williams. From man can't breathe, he can't fight, Dick Machine Davis.
Absolutely, and right now that chin lock is cinched in.
Sunken deep, too. Elbow shot to the gut there. 3. Hits the rope. Shoulder tackle. Wow, hard shoulder tackle. Off the rope. Oh, a second one. He's on a roll right now. Building up steam.
Big body slam now.
With authority.
Oh, there's a big splash. That could be it.
2. Oh, no, not enough. Showing a little frustration now.
Ladies and gentlemen, 15 minutes have expired. 15 minutes remain in this match.
All right, time elapsing here. We're about halfway through the time limit.
No, I don't think with some of this high impact moves, there's no way. But here we go.
Roll, blocks the roll up. Oh, too smart. Out of the ring. Oh, goes low.
Beautiful drop kick there to the knee.
Face to the canvas as well.
Bodie Williams now, he's flat out there. But I mean, right there, that high impact, not only did he take that knee out and he spilled to the floor, but it looked like he caught his face, his forehead off the ring apron there.
That ring apron is not forgiving. That's all steel, my friend. Bodie Williams might be hurt. We may need to get some medical attention out here. Oh, boy, head to the apron again. And the low back into that hard, unforgiving metal. Eddie Page, and again. Oh, boy, uh-oh. Spine is not made for that kind of impact, Jake.
Absolutely not. And the side of those rings, I mean, it's a steel frame. A lot of people don't understand how hard that is, especially when you're talking about the perimeter of the ring.
Grinding his face to the mat. Wow. A little vicious side of Eddie Page that we haven't seen very often.
And he is essentially grounded the high tide. Apparently it's low tide at this point because Eddie Page has just tamed the seas.
Wow, 2 in a row, huh? Jake the Pun King Davis over here.
Absolutely. Spaghetti and meatballs, brother. Spaghetti and
another
meatballs.
hard slap. Missed the clothesline. Oh, hard
Beautifully
knee.
executed
That might
knee.
be it, Jake.
It
2
has to
and
be.
whoa, he kicks out. Wow.
That says something for Bodie Williams.
How tough is he? He ate that knee.
And now grinding that forearm right across the bridge of the nose. Wow, that knee was perfectly executed right on the jaw.
You couldn't get a better knee than that.
You can see him now. He's raking that forearm right across the nose.
Man can't see, he can't fight, Jake.
Absolutely. And even if it's not broken, you know as well as I do, you take a shot to that nose, especially a forearm grinding it. Those eyes are watering. Yes.
Exactly.
That's a tough thing. And it looks like it from this vantage point as if the nose is right across that middle rope. Looking to blind the man.
Like we said earlier, those ropes are not soft. They are steel cable. Choking the man across the rope. Wow, I think the ref's got to get a little better control of this match here.
Yeah, there's only so much you could do by standing off to the side and saying, hey, stop that.
Page taking liberties here, taking advantage.
Eddie Page now standing over. At this point, he has to feel like he has this well in hand, and he's been controlling Bodie Williams now for several minutes.
Feel a little confident here, and it goes back right to the choke. You know, I remember back in my wrestling years, I would always take advantage of a new referee. New referee doesn't quite know his authority yet. I take 100% advantage of that. Take liberties with the count, repeated offenses.
Absolutely. Eddie Page very athletically there. Bodie Williams thought that he tossed him to the floor, try to get a little distance and regroup his faculties, so to speak. And Page quickly lands on his feet, no problem. Gets into a bit of a jawing contest with some ringside fans here, but Bodie's still having trouble getting back to his feet.
Oh, drop kick.
Page went for the springboard, and
Wow.
Bodie timed it perfectly.
Ate a drop kick. Right to the face, baby.
Big bump to the floor.
How about the timing on that? Wow.
Absolutely beautiful. You have to see that that's what he's going for. Actually calculate that's what he's definitely going for, and then time your jump. Beautifully executed.
Whoa,
Toss it to the
dive.
floor. You could hear him hit the floor there.
You know, and there's no mats here. There's no padding. It's just cold wood gym floors, my friend.
Absolutely.
Bodie Williams looking to take advantage of the opportunity he has here. Oh, a hard chop. Wow, I felt that myself. Back to the ring. Let's see if Williams can take it home now. 1, 2, still. Wow, close, almost a 3 count there. Bodie getting a little frustrated here. He can't seem to put him away. Flying clothesline. Sends the high tide back to the mat. Didn't hook the leg there. He might have had him. Wow, what a competitive match here. Oh boy. Slamming his head to the mat. You know, what we know about concussions now, this is not going to do well for his evening. Oh, wow, just vicious is Eddie Page right now. Just repeated shots to the mat to the back of the head. He's completely taking the wind out of his sails. Making his way to the top rope here. Let's see what he's going to do. What's he going to do? Whoa, misses the elbow. Wow.
Ladies and gentlemen, 20 minutes have gone by. There are 10 minutes.
Wait a second. Oh, he has it. He's got a crossface.
He's got a crossface here. Crank it away, crank it away.
That is tight, Machine. You being the submission specialist that you are, you've got to know that this is not where he wants to be right now.
Absolutely. Now, one thing that Eddie Page has going for him is still has the elbow bent, hooked around that leg, so he can kind of pull on that leg to try to take a little bit of that aggression. You can see how it's kind of flattened Bodie out a bit.
Wow, Bodie kind of let go of that hold a little too soon there.
It looked, I couldn't tell if Eddie Page had gotten his foot under the bottom rope or perhaps pulling his leg like that. It kind of made him feel like he was losing a grip on the hold.
Bodie Williams struggles to get to his feet right here. There we go. He's going to turn around. He's going to go for a Boston Crab. It looks like he's almost got him. Whoa! Look, he's got him in a lion tamer style Boston Crab here. Knee right in that spine. Couldn't quite hold it. Transitioning into a single leg crab variety. It doesn't quite have the hold as tight as he needs to, though.
We go now half crab with Eddie Page.
You know, the tremendous leg and hip strength of Bodie Williams comes into play here. Turns into a pinning combination. Almost had him.
Tell you what, Eddie Page has brought out a lot of submission holds here. He's not typically a submission wrestler. I mean, he's
not known for his submission skills.
Very versed in holds, but never to where it appears that he's going for the submission victory.
Oh, kick right to the gut. That may have been out of desperation. I'm not confident that was part of the game plan.
Bodie Williams really trying to get the momentum going, and as soon as he starts to get in his favor, Eddie Page wisely pulls out something else.
Close call. What's he got to do? What do these guys have to do to get that pin? Both men just looking exhausted right now. We're past the 20-minute mark. Time's running out here, and one of these guys have got to be getting frustrated right now.
Absolutely, and while you have Eddie Page, who may have lost a little bit of body weight, but he's still, you know, he says he's still as powerful in the gym as he's ever been. Bodie Williams continues to add some thickness to his body frame, which I've got to believe when you get into these later minutes into the match, it's got to start taking its toll on you, carrying that kind of body weight.
I got to say, Eddie Page has the advantage the longer we go into the match. I'm starting to see High Tide looking a little sluggish here. He may be getting tired. You know, those, with heavily muscled guys, they burn through those calories a lot faster than a guy of Eddie Page's size.
Absolutely. That lactic acid starts building up. Here we go. Potential superplex from the middle rope.
Oh, Williams with a hard forearm. Wow, he felt that
awkward fall
one.
there. You could see Eddie Page kind of twerk that knee when he landed. Right back to the ropes. Takes another one.
Uh-oh.
Bodie Williams.
Going to the high rent district. What's going to happen? Is he going to fly? Wow.
Beautiful cross-body block.
He has got to go for the pin right now.
He nearly flew out of our view there with that.
High Tide. The two exhausted to go for the pin right now.
Bodie Williams nearly had the duck, so he didn't hit his head on the rafters when he leaped off the top of that crossbody. Unfortunately, that momentum carried him off the lateral press.
Just exhausted. He can't even go for the pin right now. Come on, one of these guys has got to get over and pin the other.
Bodie Williams now still flat on his back, starting to move a little, trying to get some momentum to get to all fours. These guys have laid it all out here.
Well, I think we've pretty much, have we seen all the, wow.
Wow, big right hand.
How is Eddie Page still standing after that? Another hard shot, hard right hands. Wow. Just exchanging shots here.
Here we go, and they both stopped and look at each other. Bodie now is in a fist fight.
This is degraded into a street fight, looks like, Machine.
Big double axe handle there. Almost a Polish hammer.
Off the rope again. Oh, flapjack.
Bodie needs to capitalize, go for that lateral press.
He's got to chain together some moves here and take away that less bit of the energy. There we
Beautiful
go.
senton into almost a leg drop there.
1, 2, and almost had him.
Oh.
Almost had him. So close.
Wow, the people in the audience are just as surprised as Bodie Williams. Eddie Page reaching down deep there.
What he has to do to put Eddie Page away? Would you have thought that this match would be as back and forth as it was?
Absolutely. I mean, the fact is that this is part of the story they've been telling for months now.
Oh,
beautifully executed.
Massive slam.
These guys are so evenly matched from bell to bell. And
Wow.
they're showing it here tonight. These guys have gone back and forth right when you think one. And here we go.
So close. Just a hair away from a 3 count right now.
Eddie Page now, the look of frustration on his face.
Less than 5 minutes away here, and I don't see any sign of any advantage.
Absolutely not. These guys are at a dead heat just like they were when the opening bell started.
Eddie Page looking tired, too tired to roll over and pin the man.
I'll tell you what, wars like this, wars of attrition,
hard
here we go.
clothesline.
You could hear that echo. Wars of attrition like this are those matches that if you don't get the victory, they're hard to go home. They're hard to think. And you know as well as I do, you go out there for 25, 30, 40 minutes. When you leave that ring, if you have the loss, it's hard to get around. It's hard to get out from under.
They've divided wins between them. They've got to get that. They've got to get that 2 out of 3. Someone has to win here tonight.
Oh,
Wow.
A beautiful jawbreaker there. Absolutely, and quite
Page
frankly,
stunned here.
it was established this is basically the number 1 contender matchup for Leslie Leatherman's title.
Suplex blocked again. 3rd attempt, no good. Eddie Page runs the leg sweep. There we go. They've got to chain together some moves here and get that good, decisive win here. They've got to win this match.
We can hear that announcement. 2 minutes remaining in the contest. These guys have been going at it now for 28 minutes.
Wow. Just the endurance of these 2 athletes here. Looking good, these guys. I can't believe what we're seeing here. These 2 are just laying it all out in the ring right now. Oh, going for a hook here. Kick to the gut there, shot to the gut, and fall. Wow. Humongous face plant there. Eddie Page has got to be out now. This has got to be it. Williams going back to the high rent district here, I think. Could be going for a finish. Making his way to the top, awful slow here. Going to the top, and oh boy, wow, missed opportunity. I think he went up there a little too slow, gave Page a little bit too much time to recover.
Bodie Williams now missing that splash.
Wow, both these men are just dead exhausted. Williams
1 minute remains in this match.
clutching his knee. He might be injured. Less than a minute in this match. I can't believe what we're seeing here.
It looked like both of those knees jammed in that, and he gets higher than anybody you ever see do a splash. Both knees came down, and now both guys trying to get up. Bodie Williams clutching that knee.
Oh, Enziguri.
Crossing the eyes of Eddie Page.
not sure if he knows where he is right now.
Both men down. Bodie going for the cover.
1, 2, no good. Another kick out. I can't believe what we're seeing here, Machine. This is crazy. These guys are just determined not to lose tonight. Oh, wow. What are we going to see next? We have just seconds. Wow.
Beautifully executed maneuver.
We have just a few seconds left in this match here, and I cannot believe what we're seeing. They're laying it. You know, I tell you, Eddie Page known for being a devious wrestler, but I haven't seen much in the way of that here tonight.
12, 11.
The final countdown here for this match. Eddie Page making his way over to his opponent.
8.
Can he get a pin on? Can he get a pin in
Roll him
time?
over.
6.
He better get on it quick if he's going to. Bodie may be out here.
4. 3.
Last few seconds here.
2. 1.
Can he get it? No. Uh-oh. What just happened?
That had to.
Was there a
He
three
was
count?
so close that the referee count 3 before the time expired. We could hear the countdown.
Wow, you know what, Jay? That was too close for me to call. Wow. Was it a bell or a 3 count?
I'd like to see it as the
Our official
replay,
has
but
declared this match a draw.
Oh,
wow.
Draw.
The
Can you
people here
believe
in
that?
Petersburg as disgusted as us. Both these men just gave their heart and soul into becoming a #1 contender for the heavyweight championship. And both of these guys are going to have to go home shaking their head, wondering what's next.
This feud is unsettled. They're going to continue this feud on now.
I thought for sure this was the rubber match. This was supposed to be the determining contest between these two that would give us our uncut #1 contender, our undisputed.
Neither one of these guys are going to be happy with this. I'll tell you that much.
Absolutely not. Bodie Williams still down. Eddie Page rolls to the floor. You can see him dripping wet with sweat here.
Every single one of you just seen that. So please, because the referee has this incompetent announcer couldn't get it right, please, in unison, let's all announce the winner of this matchup and the new #1 contender. Right here, I'm gonna throw a video.
Mr. Page declaring himself the winner, apparently.
Eddie Page, and he went for that letter of press. He was literally a split second.
Just fraction of a second. Can you declare yourself a winner? I mean, is that
Why wouldn't everybody be undefeated if that was
do
the
you
case?
happen to have the elite rule book nearby somewhere?
I don't think in pro wrestling annals you're allowed to declare. Here we go.
He's really going to be something. And then fast forward to 2016, and we're all still saying, wow, he's really going to be something one day.
Ooh, harsh words
Wow.
from Eddie Page getting personal here. Wow.
Without having my name mentioned, to being the true #1 contender for the Elite Pro Championship. But this, listen, there's no more excuses, there's no more outside interference. Me and you, Bodie, we want to see if you can finally reach up and grab that ring that everybody here has wanted you to grab for so long. It's been almost 7 years, Bodie, and what have you done? You've done nothing. You've done absolutely nothing.
Wow, Eddie Page now raking Bodie over the coals, challenging his accomplishments.
Speaking of 7 years, how about at the 7-year anniversary show, Bodie? You always show that you can step up. You show that you can finally climb that ladder, and you take me one-on-one at the anniversary show in a ladder match to determine the true #1 contender.
Wow.
Challenging High Tide to a ladder match at the anniversary show.
Bold statement there from Eddie Page. Obviously quite confident to challenge Bodie Williams, one of the highest flyers in the elite, to a ladder match.
You know, there's a detrimental aspect to that as well, too. There's a certain...
I think it's unanimous. I'll see you there.
All right, wow. It looks like we've got a ladder match at the anniversary show machine.
Now, CEO Tate Griffin had to have heard these strong words from both these men. Of course, he's going to have to cross his desk before it's signed in stone. But, wow, Eddie Page must have really felt like he was the victor there. And